Oh, was my microphone muted the whole time? Oh, was my microphone muted? So it was. Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binaries. Welcome to the Chamber of the Wraith. And today we're tackling Update 6 for Jurassic World Evolution 2. My name is Barbara, and of course, we now have 106 species in the park. We have 106 different species, which is very exciting, and I'm going to be highlighting them all and ranking them. First things first, though, I've got to get my patch notes. Here they are. There we go. Add a new diet type, blah-de-blah. Okay, so a couple new diet types, but more critically, we have new critters. Let's start with
J. halopterus.
the itty-bitty J. halopterus. This is an unirrignated pterosaur from, I believe, the Middle Jurassic of China. And yes, that is very much what it looks like. Stubby head, huge eyes. The pink feathered tufts over the head there, those are speculative, but it's a neat piece of speculation. You know, we're going to see quite a few of those things later. So we got Death Valley, Great Sandy Desert, Champlain Valley. Keep in mind, I'm not changing the patterns at all. Actually, I'm going to make the patterns that, and then we can look from there. Great Sandy Desert, Champlain Valley, Salar del Huasco, Limpopo River, Quillian Mountains, Quillian? I don't know. Let me know how that's actually pronounced. Yukon River, Svalbard, Amazon Rainforest, Gambia River Basin, Mangrove Forest, and Sonoran Desert. I mean, purple we got to start with. And then we've got Rana, which is very cool, kind of bluish with the big patterns. Then we got the crazy friggin' oranges and yellows with Chalcarana. Lithobates looks pretty cool. Oh, Pulcharna fits like a glove with this color. So does Paparana. And then Pelophylax. So, yeah, off to a great start. He's just so fucking cute. Oh my god. And then here he is flying. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy Lord. Let's get a better look at his stupid frickin' face. Hold on. Look at that. Look at that little derp. Oh, my goodness. That is so cute. That is so cute. It's hard to beat. All right. But next up, we got to go to the land species, which is most of them. Let's see which one we run into first. I don't remember the alphabetical ordering here. There he is!
Dinokyrus.
Dinokyrus. This is a gigantic ornithomimosaur from the late Cretaceous. So it's related to Gallimimus, but it looks more like a therizinosaur, or some half-assed attempt at one. So we got Death Valley, Great Sandy Desert, Champlain Valley, Salar del Huasco, Limpopo River, Quillian Mountains. I'm going to stick with Quillian Mountains since I seem to naturally default to that. Yukon River, Svalbard, Amazon Rainforest, Gambia River Basin, Mangrove Forest, and the Sonoran Desert. I think my favorite of those is either Yukon. Let's do Yukon River, but Svalbard was really close. No, Yukon River was the one. Right. So this is Rana, with the slight little mutton chops on the side of the head and the big black stripes, and I think some faint yellows in there too. Then we have Chalcarana, which interestingly adds like black and white there. Not sure what's going on with Lithobates, but it blends in really well with Gambia River Basin. Pulcharna is kind of similar to Chalcarana a little bit. Am I crazy? Maybe a little bit crazy, but no, wait, I'm not. They're kind of the inverse of each other. Then we have Paparana, which I bet will look great on an orange. Yeah. Orange or yellow. Pelophylax, which looks good, and then Rana, and then neutral, and then there's Rana again. I think of these, I think this is my favorite. Oh, wait, did the tail feathers change colors too? Oh, they totally do. And they kind of seem to match the color of the stripes. Or try to, anyway. I think I'll do Pulcharna for this one. Oh, I forgot to show off his animations. Give me just a second. Or the animations you can see here. We have this sort of idle shickety shook chest scratch animation, which I'm pretty sure that's ripped right out of Prehistoric Planet. Here it is walking, there it is running, which is weird to see. Lying down, and just kind of doing, yeah, another lying down preening. Scratch with those big honking arms. The longest arms of any animal, by the way. 8.5 feet from tip to tip. But no, seriously, how is this not, like, they ripped this right out of Prehistoric Planet. Come on. Next up, I believe we got to go quite a ways to see my most anticipated dinosaur in the pack, Sinosauropteryx.
Sinosauropteryx.
And what's super cool, they made the true blue default color for Sinosauropteryx. It's actual colors. This is actually what Sinosauropteryx looked like, right down to the colors. The rings and the raccoon mask, that's legit. For a start, though, I want to see how that changes when we take a look at pattern colors and such. So that's Rana. Chalcorana, which goes for kind of the darker colors that I've seen in some reconstructions. Probably in individual variants. Lithobates is also similarly subtle. Pulcharna, Paparana I can hardly see. The Pelophylax and the none. So I think just Salar del Huasco and random patterns is the way to go. Raccoon birdie from the feral Stormraptor! My goodness, it has been an eon since I last saw you! Right. But to keep things... Now we'll go through the body colors to see how creative they went with this little guy. Kind of a whitish color, darker colors, melanistic probably. Kind of a... It's almost a light purple, which is weird. Gray, that's kind of a deeper purple with odd oranges, and the rings kind of change color too. Whoa, Gambia River Basin's super red for that. Mangrove Forest is also that kind of weird purplish. Sonora Desert's like lighter. Okay, so, and then there we got green and grays in them. So I would probably alternate between most of the warm color ones, like Sonoran Desert, Gambia River Basin, and Salar, and just make the patterns random. Oh god! Oh god! Oh my goodness! This little thing chases its tail. That is so cute! Oh my god! Look at him strut the stuff. And then when he's running, oh, he zoom! And there he is, kind of just lying down. Oh, yeah, gotta get that good scratching going. Oh, okay. Okay. This is officially my favorite dinosaur in the game. And I think this stuff cements Sinosauropteryx as my favorite dinosaur. Look at this thing! So expressive, so playful, so floofy. How do you lose? And last, but certainly not least, our first dinosaur with a Y, and the new last dinosaur in the Jurassic Dino Dex,
Eutyrannus.
And it starts us off with white and black. Oh, I love that color combination on Eutyrannus. Although it kind of looks like Nanusaurus almost, if it wasn't for the big, beefy arms. Jesus, it's kind of uncanny seeing what is effectively accurate paleo art in a Jurassic game. I can't think of anyone who thinks that's weird, right? Anyways, so let's take a look at pattern colors first, because we already have the white canvas. We have Rana, Chalcorana. Ooh, the crest changed color. Neat. Okay, so that's very similar, but with yellow, so almost male-female sexual dimorphism. What? Well, not really, but you can imagine it to be. Lithobates, which is not that great. I actually don't like it very much. Pulcharna, which is white stripes, but obviously you can't see them. But with the red crests, that's pretty cool. Paparana is similarly light, but with purple crests. Whoa! Pelophylax is like Rana, but supercharged. I like that. Pretty cool, no? And then, of course, nothing. Yukon River is the default, so we move on to Svalbard, kind of a darker color, so we can actually see those white ones now. Yep. Amazon rainforest, Gambia River Basin, mangrove forest, Sonoran Desert, Death Valley. Kind of looks like a giant killer canary with those colors. Great Sandy Desert, Champlain Valley, Solid del Huasco, Limpopo River. UT's also got a lot of unresolved anger issues if his goat and guest kills are any indications. I saw them both, spoiler alert, but we're not gonna. But as per usual, we're not gonna kill any guests or any dinosaurs in this. I want you guys to either find it or do it yourselves to encourage exploration. But we will see the goat kills probably because, oh my lord. Well, Feral is not wrong. Okay, if I had to rank them, I think the ranking's pretty obvious. Sinosauropteryx is my absolute favorite. Absolutely my favorite of the dinosaurs and pterosaur that they added. Who is right at the top again? Dinokyrus. Ooh. Well, Dinokyrus is super aggressive, too, in some of its kill animations, and it's a new kind of omnivore. I'm going to say Eutyrannus and Dinokyrus are tied for second, which leaves last place to be J. Halopterus, but it is super duper close. This is easily my favorite pack for dinosaur content so far. Frontier somehow managed to impress me, even though the last thing I wanted was new dinosaurs. But before we get too carried away, let's talk sandbox mode, because there's not one, not two, but 6 new maps. Well, 9, actually, because we have these square levels. Choose from a variety of biomes and build without limitations in an expansive open landscape. And by expansive, they're not kidding. Like, I think this is the largest level in the game, and I will use it to give a sense of context. And we have some options here. We have Isla Nublar style tropical, California style alpine. I think that's San Diego. Autumn. Where is that? That's like right at the top of Germany, or like right across the way from like Scandinavia. That's somewhere right in there. Oh god. Kyrus. Remember in Fossil Fighters, this is not going to make any sense to anybody else, really, but do you remember in Fossil Fighters how they reconstructed Dinokyrus and they got actually pretty close despite it being a really goofy giant Orno? What up? Hey, Chris, how's it going, buddy? Rugby goose, lol. Okay, number 5 is temperate in the same... Oh, right, because it's autumn and summer. And then we have Canada Taiga, although it looks like they actually moved provinces this time, because I don't think that's in Quebec. Let me double check my Canadian map. Let me check my Canada map. Surviving. Yeah, that's fair. Let me see. Canada map. Amazing that I got a 97 in my Canadian geography class, and I don't know what fucking province we're in. Oh, it is in Quebec. Aw. Oh, but it's like right near like Newfoundland and Labrador, so we can maybe like pretend. Flat Square Biosyn, Flat Square Sierra Nevada, and Flat Square Mediterranean. So I think we're just going to do tropical, because that is the thing that most people will be interested in seeing. And I'm just doing this very quickly before we actually dive into more of the patch notes. Shit's funny like that, yeah. Okay, so I think you're gonna get kind of the basic-ass square maps sort of situation, if that makes any sense. Like, you'll get the zoom in and nothing crazy will happen, so let's skip this and move on. I want to show you just how big this is. Look at it. Here, let me paint more of a picture. I am going to build one of the largest buildings in this game. As soon as I find it. Yeah, we'll talk about those two things later, but I'm going to build this is an innovation center, which is instantly, oh, right, because I'm in the thing, whatever. So that it's going to give you a sense of scale. Now we go all the way over here. There it is. Do you see it? I don't blame you if you have trouble seeing it. But let me show you from the ground. Do you see it now? No? Let's move forward. I am walking straight. I'm going to turn high speed on so that we aren't here forever. But the idea is literally I'm going as fast as you can in this mode. And it hasn't gotten any bigger. I should have set a timer. But it's enormous, is the point. These square maps, all 9 of them, are enormous. They're huge. Absolutely colossal. If I'm not mistaken, these come with the update for free. And as with most of the content, unless I specify otherwise, you can have this on your PS4 or Xbox One as well as the step up. Like, only now is it starting to come into focus, and I feel like I've been doing this for an age and a half. Like, I got a full explanation as to what the hell was going on. Okay, I'm going to stop here. How far did I get? I didn't even get halfway. I didn't even get a quarter of the way. Maybe a third. But, yeah, I got maybe a third of the way in all that time. These maps are enormous! And there are alternate versions for a few major maps, too. I think, unless, oh, right, because they wouldn't be, I see, they're actually included in here. I started a park on Nublar Square, and I only filled out one of the corners. Yeah, these are, like, they almost need a new size. Large doesn't cut it. These are enormous. So, this is, the San Diego map. San Diego map. I think this is supposed to be Pennsylvania? I don't know. But I know for a fact this is kind of the desert map. So I think for this one, we are going to build... Since we only have 4 species on display, I'm not actually going to build on anything super large. I am going to build in the United Kingdom. I'm just going to do custom. We'll do all buildings since this is going to be the first stream since my birthday stream. Let's see, no egg failures on. Dinosaur injuries on, dinosaurs don't starve off, blah, 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 blah. I'm just making sure. Oh, right. I'm just going to turn dinosaur vehicle aggression off. Just because I forgot how annoying that actually was. Dinosaur cohabitation will keep normal otherwise. Contracts, scientists, blah, blah, blah. Unlimited power, infinite fuel. I'm just making sure I have everything right. Okay, cool. Ooh, this is new as well. You can go into environment and choose like all biomes or just the current biome. I don't know why you would not have this as the default, but we'll do this one. We'll keep this. Infrequent storms. Let's set it to day-night cycle 30 minutes. Yeah. And then we'll get started. I mostly just want to see compatibility, exit animations, and go through balance patches with you guys. So now that we are doing said balance patch checks, let me get started. Okay, so capture mode. That's the first thing. That's the first thing we're going to talk about. Normally I don't use capture mode all that much, but that might change. If you go to capture mode, you'll now notice that the camera type has changed. There's now manual and cinematic. The idea being that you have a different sets of timers, camera movement, and you can change your scenes, any overlays that you have. This is for like almost making an attract mode for your park is the idea behind this. Let's see. Next up is the buildings, which I'm going to take care of now because I want to get started on building the park. By the way, controversial opinion here, but I think people are being overly nostalgic for Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Let's see. Okay, just for basic sake, we're going to be doing this arrival point, and I always use the Biosyn Control Center because that has access to the Hyperloop. Oh, agreed with my opinions. Woohoo! Anyways, so I'm just gonna go up, 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 and then I'm going to connect this center over. Oh, there was one hidden thing that I think that I saw Evolution Square talk about. That's if you go into decorations and you go to supplies. Here we go. So supplies 1 is a bunch of pallets and some trash cans. They changed supplies 1. And there's supply package 2, and, well, there you go. I wonder what would happen if you used that as, like, the... Very good question. Anyways, as you can see, we have temperate, alpine, desert, Mediterranean, taiga, temperate autumn, tropical, temperate autumn... Oh, wait, temperate was its own category, right? Yeah, it was right at the top. So all the way down. What's cool is that it seems to actually snap when you reach the bottom, so that you don't accidentally overshoot it. And then you have the thing, and then you have tropical. Sweet. Nothing else there. There are new viewing galleries, which I'm going to demonstrate right now by fencing off this area. And I'm going to be hatching Eutyrannus in here. Use the trash pile. Is that what I think you said? Is that what I think you said? Can I get my chat back, please? Raccoon exhibit. You know what? You know what? To hell with it. Why not? Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. By the way, we gotta catch up sometime. It's been a hot minute. Let's see. I'm gonna do... Which hatchery was it? I'm gonna do this one. I think it's the Biosyn one, yeah. And you'll notice that the hatcheries have build times. However, if I were to do something like, say, an emergency shelter, no such thing. Emergency shelters, amenities, and bathrooms no longer have build times. I don't know why they did this. I don't know why they felt the need to do this. But honestly, I'm not complaining. It's strange, but it's not so strange that I'm gonna say no, you know? If that makes any sense, I really don't know. And if I do that, then if I do a repeater substation, scheduled for running because life's crazy at the moment, but defo for sure. Yes! I'm looking forward to hearing your crazy stories. But for the time being, let's use... Oh, first off, we have 2 new zip lines. Zip lines are now available in every era except for Biosyn, and even then that's on technicality. So we have Jurassic World zip line, Jurassic Park zip line, and DFW/Biosyn zip line. But we also have... Did they do it? Okay, besides the research outpost, they gave Thrill... Oh, this is so good. I'm really glad that they did it this way specifically. Let me very quickly set this up, because I want to double check something too. I hope I made it big enough. Okay, yep, I'm comfortable with that size. So, you're probably wondering how on earth these remote viewing galleries work. Well, I will happily show you. let's say you want the log. As you can see, you have the visibility zones and everything. And then you have the tunnel connecting points. Remote viewing entrances of various kinds. And these are your different eras, by the way. You got DFW, Jurassic World, and now this. We're going to do this because we're going to use the log. As you can see, there's only one connection point, and it needs to be connected to one of these. Now, note the viewing dome's smaller size and all-around panoramic view, as opposed to the log viewing gallery size and the fact that it basically has reverse binocular vision. But you know what? Let's start with the dome. We'll start with the dome because it fits this enclosure better. And then for the Dino-Kairos, we'll use the log. We're going to build it here. And we just need the tunnel. Bada bam! We have ourselves a tunnel. We have a tunnel and a viewing dome, just like in Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. I just realized my dumbass put the thing in backwards. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Anyways, so there we are. Clang. There we go. And now, this is where I flip this around. And shabam. And then I take this guy and connect him to the power supply and this. And I may as well get my major operations ready. So, use the Jurassic World one, because that one and the Jurassic Park one have more vehicles to work with. It's actually optimal. I mean, as if optimentality really matters in sandbox mode, but honestly, it's just too fun not to pass up. And then we got this. And then we can do this. And I'm going to build a gate over. Beautiful. And now we're going to let everything build. Oh, while we're at it, let's see, sandbox mode. I already talked about the maps. Expanded sandbox levels. Add a new sandbox setting for thing. Oh, new sandbox setting for unlimited feeder reserves in the dinosaur subsection. Here, we'll go to sandbox settings. I missed this. Here it is. Setting this to on will mean that feeders are no longer needed. You don't need to refill them anymore by ranger teams. I'm not going to turn that on. I just wanted to let you know that exists. There's the income taxing, which I did not talk about. That's under gameplay, I think. Oh, here it is. Park. Income tax. Low, medium, high, none. Okay. Then we have new sandbox setting for wild capture frequency, which I saw earlier. Here it is. Control how often wild capture events will occur. What else is there? That seems to be it. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, that's it. And then this requires expeditions of fossil to be turned on to be adjustable. Yeah, that makes sense. Quality of life. Toilets. Okay, so here's the other type of building that does not need time to be built anymore. Amenities. Amenities no longer need it, which is kind of interesting. However, there's another thing you can do. You can place multiples of the same building without needing to enter the build menu by pressing Control and mouse click, or your right bumper or the R1 button on controller. So if I hold this down... What? Oh, multi-place. Oh, they messed this up. I think they meant the right stick. There we go. Yeah, by clicking the right stick, you can multi-place things. Which means if you're really fast on clicking, you can place things in difficult localities. Let's see. We're going to do storm defense and improved efficiency. Got to get these upgrades going. I mean, we're not really going to do anything here. Just close the park and just build a sample that I'll probably end up fiddling with on my own time, but let's see, additional thing, and blah, and then bleedy blah, and then I head over here, and no, that's a viewing gallery. This is what I want. Okay, so pardon the pun, but here's the view from the viewing gallery. Pretty low to the ground. I can switch cameras to any of the sides in the dome, which I believe it's a hexagon? Yeah, so you get 6 sides. 6 points of view. Now, what I'm going to do now, the first animal we're going to do is Eutyrannus. Interestingly, has large appetite and needy, and an appeal of 645. For context, if we were to sort that by appeal, which I think we're on now, okay. Genome progress. Alphabetically, yep, appeal. Here we go. Eutyrannus is more appealing than Megalosaurus and Allosaurus. It is now, if I'm not mistaken, the most appealing medium carnivore. Behind the hybrids, yeah. So, it is ahead of every other medium carnivore, including, like, Megalosaurus. It's also got a security level of 4, and it has 6 modification slots, whereas Megalosaurus has 7. So not only is it slightly more appealing, but it has more mods that you can work with. It also incubates way cheaper. So something to consider for your challenge modes. They need a lot of forest and a lot of water and a minimum population of 3. Which, in hindsight, gives me an idea. Depending on what else they need. So I'm going to do small carnivore next. Because I need Sinusoropteryx. Small carnivore. Here we go. So, in order of appeal, Velociraptor is obviously still the highest. Sinusoropteryx is quite a ways down, though. It's the first major leap in appeal, as Compsognathus, Moros, and Coelophysis are kind of in the low to mid-20s, and then it jumps to 47, which is, it's a smaller jump from Moros to Oviraptor, and then it goes up to 99. So Sinusoropteryx not overly appealing, weirdly enough. He's a little bit of forest, he's a lot of open space, min pop 6, needs some sand, and 4 to 8. Okay, so we're going to try and put these two together. I actually don't recall if these animals actually live together at the same time and place. I would hope so, but if not, well, no major loss. I'm gonna put a bunch of sand here. Hey, what's this? Random rocks! That's another thing. So you can now, with your rocks, choose a random rock selection and rock type. So if I go to temperate and do random, pretty cool, right? So that just gave me a reason to even bother decorating rocks. I'm gonna try and make this like kind of open forest like this, with a little bit of privacy forest cover over here. Now, while we wait, I'm going to, yeah, that's a new feeder, which can be placed anywhere. That's really nice. 4 different eras of marine shark feeders. And yeah, we're going to do a carnivore feeder, and we're going to do a couple of live prey feeders as per usual. I'm also going to put a little bit of water right in here, because we're mostly just trying to show off the new stuff. There we are. I think just for giggles. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so why is this? Oh, it's not connected to the path. Alright. So now that we fixed that, and we're getting ready for this, let's quickly talk about some other... Let's get these animals incubating. So we'll start with Sinusoropteryx. which will do the random patterns as always, but keep the Salar del Huasco for this batch. You only get 4 modification slots, but you get intolerant and vulnerable. I mean, it's not a problem, really, but you get fit and social, so you get lots of traits with these guys. Sinusoropteryx, he takes a minute to incubate. I think I have the fast mode on, too. So let's do Eutyrannus. We'll just random. Cut down needy, cut down large appetite. There you go. And now we just have to hope. So 33. So yeah, I have the incubation times reduced by 25% with the upgrade, but it's still that. I don't believe they're Do their expected First off, can you see their expected survival rates? I don't think so. But I find it funny that Changisaurus is the strongest carnivore here besides, or the most difficult to keep besides the raptors. We're gonna go to new. Nah. Dinochirus is right here. Let's take a look and see. It likes sauropods and hadrosaurs, and that's it. It will tolerate other things, but it will dislike any carnivore and Therizinosaurus. It also has a really high appeal rating. I know it's technically classed as an omnivore. Okay, but it does show up under the here. But I think especially because Pisivore. Is it large? No, it is not. Therizinosaurus is considered large, though. Dinochirus is considered medium. But a Pisivore. Yeah, it's a medium Pisivore and herbivore. So, with 864 appeal, which is the highest appeal of any medium herbivore and medium Pisivore at 864. So Suchomimus is in second place on this list with almost 230 less appeal, which is almost exactly double Baryonyx, with Ankylosaurus in fourth place at 233. They really like these frickin' omnivores. I love it. So we'll save that for later, but that is super cool. So it's 45 seconds. While we wait, I'm going to continue with the rest of these. Infected feeders can no longer be deleted. This is to prevent players from being able to block themselves from researching relating cures and forcing you to actually clean up. Infected, let's see, we got added ability to release via airlift to aviary hatcheries, allowing players to release flying reptiles outside an aviary. Cool. Dinosaur changes. Small dinosaurs will now raise their heads when they're walking through water. That's something we're going to have to watch out for Sinusoropteryx. And any other low hangers. So Eutyrannus, Yukon Rana, Yukon Pap, Gambia Pap, Death Valley Litho, and Death Valley Rana. Pretty cool. And they have an incubation time of 144 seconds, so I think it's... If 144 is 3/4... Shit. Fuck. What the hell? It's gotta be, like, knocking on 3 minutes to incubate these guys. Min pop 3, that's the crazy part. And the Sinusoropteryx just got done. These guys are 2 minutes and 42, so I have no doubt these guys are 3 minutes, or over 3 minutes anyways. They need sand, meat, water, open space, and they have a security ranking of 1. There we go. And then, so the banners are also supposed to change depending on what they're connected to. So you can see the dome, like how you can see the dome, but you could also see the viewing logs if you were to put a log in. Speaking of which, while we wait for that, why don't we prepare the Dinochirus paddock? And we're going to give it a Jurassic Park style. The log viewing gallery, facing it like this. Oh, I see, and then you would place the viewing gallery there. Then tunnel. There we go. This is mostly just to demonstrate the idea. Let's see. Being piscivores, I'm pretty sure these things will need water, and lots of it. Personally, I put in lots of water, so it's nice and swampy. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. And now it kind of looks like the log... Okay, if I could do this right. It's pretty close. There. Now it's like the log is surrounded by water. Let me do some piscivore feeders here and here. And then I'm going to do the airlift. No, I'm not going to do the airlift because we want to see the exit animations for Dinochirus. So I'm going to do a hatchery in DFW style. And here we are. Alright. And while we're waiting here, I'm going to do this and do this. We're going to take a look at Dinochirus. Let's see. So Dinochirus likes sauropods and hadrosaurs. And ground leaf. So both of the omnivores in the game like ground leaf. Okay, that's interesting. We're just going to do this. It has a social need. Neat. We'll cut that down though. We'll make him strong. 1 minute and 11 seconds with the speed up, so I think it's about 1:30. And we have our dinosaurs ready for the first release. Let's start with Sinosauropteryx. Look at them! Look at the babies. They all have the same base body color, but they should have different pattern colors.
You might think that the Sinosauropteryx is the perfect size for a cute plushie to take home. But this dinosaur is a pretty mean hunter for something so small. Trust me, you really don't want this one snapping at your heels.
They are very adorable. Also, realistically, this thing was eating mice and small reptiles, so while a nip would definitely not be appreciated, it wouldn't suck. In fact, we're going to actually produce our next batch of Sinosauropteryx. Because I want to see if I can get away with this. I'm going to do Gambia River Basin. And I'm going to turn off the carnivore filter and the small. And now we release the Eutyrannus. They get their own intro music? That is so cool.
Allow me to
Dr.
introduce
Dua
myself.
talks about them too?
I'm Dr. Kajal Dua.
My favorite one.
I'm something of a perfectionist, and I demand it in others. So I expect that you'll do your best. I just wanted to make that clear. Oh, and welcome.
Okay, it looks like we do have enough space. We should be okay then.
The Eutyrannus. The feathered tyrant brought so much excitement, so much intrigue to the scientific community when it was first discovered. And here we find ourselves in the presence of that illustrious tyrannosaur. Just don't be too surprised if it ruffles a few feathers, okay?
She's funny when she's a little jokester like that. Anyways, yeah, there's enough space there, so we're good. So that's the synthesis of the Sinosauropteryx batch done. And now Dinokairos is also done. They incubate in groups of 4. And they're skittish. Okay. They take 4.5 minutes. So that'd be close to 5 minutes for a full incubation. Wow. Okay, so they want... they don't need any forests, and their minimum population is 1. That's not bad. That's actually pretty cool. So what I'm going to do then for this particular environment is I'm going to do lots of Temskaya all around. Kind of like make this a bona fide Cretaceous swamp with leafy climbers closer to the log, just so that the view's not quite so obstructed. And we're just going to, any forest that we find, we're going to kind of make it this big conifer forest. Not too many trees, but, you know, suitably prehistoric. Oh yeah, and if you want to view inside of the logs, you can do that here. There appears to be 4 viewing points and fake statistics, which you could pretend are like exhibit signs, so that's fun. And we will get to J. Helopterus, but I still have some balance patch notes to talk about. So I'm actually going to turn the filters off for the time being, because UI cohabitation feedback on Therizinosaurus, Indominus Rex, Velociraptor, and Indoraptor to more clearly reflect their likes and dislikes. So they didn't do it here, but presumably if we did breed one, it'll show said dislikes. They made some adjustments to sauropod combat. This made me excited when I first saw this, but don't get your hopes up. Carnivores now may fail a hunt depending on combat stats. So sauropods can now win, finally. But I was hoping that the sauropods would be able to fight. I don't know if they do that somehow, but again, I don't do combat here. That's something I'll look into later. The bleed-out state now only starts once a sauropod reaches 15% health, rather than after any carnivore attack. Good. If a sauropod fails to successfully hunt a sauropod, it'll wait for a period of time before trying again. Adjust its feedback for when the bleed-out state is affecting a dinosaur. Arrival point now starts opening in the sandbox mode, as you saw, and on moving, arrival points will maintain their status as opened or closed. Cool, so they won't flick back on and off randomly. Simplify the amenity management screen by removing guest demographic information and best performing amenity. So if I go here and I go to amenity management, where is that? I think it's here. I think here they don't show, yeah, so they just kind of made the happy faces, kind of showed the configuration, they show how that works out. Okay, added the total number of guests in the park to the guests served statistic. Okay. They did not change anything here. Add a configuration rating statistic, which I saw a little bit of that. Okay, satisfaction and coverage, I think, that's what that's talking about. And shortcuts to view modes for amenity configuration and amenity coverage. So if I quickly hop into an amenity, will that make things easy? Yeah, so I can configure, blah, this hasn't changed. I don't think they've changed any of these. Yeah. Oh, there it is. 0% satisfied, and you don't see that yet, so you have to kind of figure it out. That's pretty cool. What's next? Added a delete confirmation prompt when trying to delete a hatchery while it is doing stuff. So if I were to try to delete this hatchery, it'll tell me that. Okay, so don't do that. It'll warn you at least. Replace park reports and contracts with small notifications that they trigger during full-screen context, like driving park teams and editing terrain. So basically, you'll get a little blip letting you know that you got a contract, and when you zoom out, when you leave the thing you were doing, then it'll come back up. Add a gameplay setting to always minimize park reports and contract notifications. The random rock thing we talked about earlier. Added management view toggles whilst inside of various placement modes. So when we were placing feeders, you saw how they could be immediately connected to... How is this UT doing? Beautiful. You can see them filtered by these, in case you were ever curious to see what that's like. You know what? While we're waiting, let's follow the Utyrannus. Which one is hungriest? Yeah, so this one is just going to go for the food. Oh, there... oh, I just missed it! Crap. Maybe this one will be a little more obliging. We'll see. Monorails and tours, you can toggle visibility view. Amenities will let you toggle between amenity and overcrowding. That's really useful. Power and visibility for fences, and revealing galleries get visibility. Billboard icons will appear above a dinosaur when they enter inside of a tight enough forest, where you can't really follow, I presume. That would make sense. New time control for slow motion. That is done by pressing the L1 button while playing, and now you have 1/3 speed. And then 2/3. So that's pretty sweet. Disable carrots on financial items in monthly report when there's no change in previous months. I guess they mean those arrows. Increase the transparency of dinosaur visibility highlights to improve readability. Restrict lock-on to valid targets whilst in a ranger or capture team. They changed the subtitle sizes, which I didn't notice, but that's very cool. Move the weapon equipment switch prompt to a more visible location while controlling a park team. So, when you're... Why can't you reach your destination exactly? Oh, you don't even... There's no gates here. Alright then, let's fix that. Let's fix that sharpish, shall we? There we go. And then, if I were to take control... Now they've made the switches easier. They made the switches easier. I'm gonna hatch these sinos. Look at them when they're red! They have a fascination with chasing tails. It's so stupid, but I love it. Fucking adorable. You hear me, guys? They're fucking adorable. They're precious little cocoa beans, and I love them to death. I think I will have one in every park from here on in. Here. Wait, do these guys have the compy feeding animation? Oh, not really. There we go. Just shake them around and then swallow them up. I don't know if you Tyrannus would have been able to swallow that. That's probably going to actually bump it down a very slight demerit. But yeah, there you go. Shakety shaky murderness. Speaking of murderness, they also get their own music. Frickin' cool! Dino Kairos.
Here we have the Dino Kairos. This downy dinosaur is often likened to an ostrich. Not surprising, I suppose, considering the long neck, the feathers, the beak. It's just a lot bigger in size, huh? But if things go awry, something tells me this swan doesn't need to bury its head in the sand.
Yeah, sure. Now we can take a look at from the viewing gallery. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, there we go. Oh, that's what I meant to do. There they are! That's fucking sweet! I love that. I frickin' love that. Okay, but now we need to build ourselves an aviary. Let's build one in this style, shall we? And I don't know how much space J. Holopterus needs, but just in case, I'm going to try and build it in 2. Wait, I can build it in 3 if I just fix the path situation here. Swish! Oops. There we go. And if you are curious of, can I place my viewing domes and logs inside of aviaries? Why, indeed you can. Just remember, the log is considerably larger and has worse viewing angles than the dome does. They'll snap right to paths, too. Put this in there, and... where did it go? Where did you go? Well, I am going to need one of these. And I'm going to need one of these as well. That's the wrong kind of viewing gallery. There we are. And then there we go. We'll do that. Delete this. And slurp it in here. Oh, that actually makes me wonder, can I build the research outpost inside of aviaries? No, it's technically considered obstructed. That's fine. I was more curious than anything. Let's see, where were we? Unique map buildings for medium and large amenity buildings. Ah, okay, so they probably built new ones for those, in particular ones. And now while we're at that, do the same thing here. And pop into J. Holopterus. Strangely, not the least appealing pterosaur. Sungaripterus is at 67, Sierradactylus is at 89, and J. Holopterus is at 71. They eat insects, which is a unique feeding type, which I hope they implement for other animals, like land animals, since you can place them anywhere. They need sand, they need some water, but they don't need any forest, which is weird, because I thought Neurognathas were forest animals. Let's get these little guys ready to go. So they have short-lived, and you get 5 slots. So you can do that, and then you're good. They hatch in 7. I'm very curious to see... insectivore feeder. It's just a little hole. Provides insects to dinosaurs. This feeder does not run out of insects. No resupply. Wow. That's actually really cool. Oh, look at that. That's how they do that. They kind of, here, it'd probably be better, easier to show if I was doing the capture mode, actually. Hold on. Like, look at that. So they just put a bunch of fruit and rotting stuff in there. And then you can see little insects in there. That's pretty cool. Now let's do cinematic and just do this while I read off more of the patch notes, because I think this is super duper cool. Plus it's a great way to illustrate this point. Next patch notes, PS4 to PS5. Added ability for players to import their PS4 player progress to the PS5 version of the game. This will merge progress and will not overwrite progress on the PS5, if any. Which is interesting. Made some adjustments in Chaos Theory 5, which is Dominion, during Brachiosaur stage to make objective goal clearer. There's a mismatch between actual target and text on objective UI. Look at the little guy go! He run! For amenity income objective, that's San Diego. Getting adjusted. Oh, and then you just get a straight up view of the park. Nice. Chaos Theory 4, which is Jurassic World. Fixed number format for park rating objective. Audio. VO characters introductions are now tracked account-wide and will only appear once per account rather than once per career. Presumably career meaning game mode. That could be interesting. Added setting for repeat introductions found under the audio subsection to toggle this on and off. We'll see what the game inside says in a little bit here. Quality of life for the Dominion multi-expansion. There's an option to select or deselect all of a specific species option to the cargo ship and the dinosaur exchange and the island map. The Dominion Biosyn expansion includes 2 additional large flat square sandbox levels based on Biosyn and Sierra Nevada. Then there's the flat level, which is based on the Mediterranean biome the campaign levels are based in. There's 1 expanded sandbox level in San Marie Bay, which replaces the lagoon, natural lagoon with buildable ground. I didn't see that. Is that something I have to select from the... We'll try that idea later. Some bug fixes. Fixed some marine animals starving to death when trying to hunt with low stamina. Fixed marine reptiles not hunting/eating food until food bar is red. Unintentional bug created by cohabitation changes related to tuna. Okay. Fixed Chimera's horse's head clipping through the ground during the grooming animation in the species viewer. Fixing the Apatosaurus losing its eyes in particular instances. Oh lord. Fixed Triceratops 93 skin, not closing its eyes, also horrifying. Fixed the Diplodocus spines detaching from their bodies when viewed at a distance. Fixed Mosasaurus angling upwards when released from the lagoon hatchery, causing it to clip through the gate. Fixed the stimulant bar going over 100% when you manually aim or fire. Fixed the Calamity bar displaying multiple dinosaur threats rather than dinosaur threat. Fixed an issue when the Ranger team's compass showing wrong feeder icons. Fixed an issue where selling fossils rapidly could result in loss of control functionality in the fossil screen. Oops. In the Jurassic World database, made references to geological errors consistent across multiple places. Fixed an inconsistent error string for the Nodosaurus. Adjusted the Jurassic Park marine shark feeder so vehicles can access for resupply. Okay. I have had that problem several times, so it's really nice to see that that's been fixed. Prevent transport helicopters from blocking other helis from delivering dinosaurs with their waiting positions. I haven't seen that yet. Fixed Jurassic Tour VO incorrectly referring to Spinosaurus heads from North America. That's a really good thing to fix. Fixed minimizing the game while in full screen. Okay, that's for computer. Various. Genome size selection has been fixed for the Minmai, Dominions, Dagside fossils for Dimetrodon have been adjusted so that there aren't any left over once you reach 100% genome. That's fine. Fixed dinosaurs occasionally passing through invisible fences, which is funny because you're not supposed to be able to do that. Oviraptor feathers flickering in low wind settings. Fish feeder dispensing issues in San Marie Bay, causing marine reptiles to starve to death. The Atrociraptor's legs no longer get distorted when killing a guest. Fix the Malta response facility not letting players repair the vehicle. Malta sandbox economy values have been fixed. L3 becoming non-functional for pinned dinosaur requests when re-entering the dinosaur exchange. And last, and certainly least, the trust limit not increasing after the second island if autosave is loaded, and fixed dinosaurs dropping off the transport helicopter when transferred towards the cargo ship. Aha, so that's a lot of gobbledygook to say. Stuff got updated.
I'm Dr. Henry Wu.
Hi, Dr. Wu.
I'm a scientist. Some might call me an artist, a sculptor. My sculptures are living, breathing dinosaurs. Difficult to watch, but easy to admire. Dinosaurs working together to execute the kill. They are forming groups, or more accurately, societies. And violent ones at that.
I don't know if that's more accurate there, buddy. God. Why are they so goddamn cute? I'm really glad that I can have 16 of them in here, and there seems to be no problems at all. So you know what that means. One more batch! Come on, you didn't seriously think that I wasn't going to do that forever. Yeah. That wasn't going to happen, right? So let's do Sonoran Desert this time. We'll let that cook for a little bit. While the J. Halopterus are cooking as well. Alright. Oh, look at that. They've updated that UI there, too. It's pretty cool. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that one tree over there. But I know just the thing for it. Alright, let's do this. Look at him! Look at them!
This fuzzy little reptile is the Jalopterus. It's pretty cute, huh? Well, you see those tiny little fangs? They'll give you a nasty nip if you're not careful. So be careful.
That is so goddamn cute! Oh my lord! Oh my days! As a matter of fact. And those are some happy little fluffies. Look at them! We should populate them with some more. Wait, is he gonna land? He's not thinking about landing on the dome. Oh, that's so cool! They can land, like... Yeah. Archosauria's bat. Yes. Oh my goodness, why so cute? Why so cute? My god! First fucking Ignathan I've seen in a dinosaur park building game, and they fucking nail it! Come here, cat. Oh, this is fucking precious. So that's the that's the expansion and its updates. I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to build a new park. I'm going to build a new Fluffies. I'm going to build a new Fluffy only park, and I'm going to build a new Asia park. Because fun fact, I'm pretty sure all of these animals are from Asia. Let's take a look and see. Some of these genomes, by the way, I have all of these species. It's just that I would have to go through the campaign mode to unlock them again because I got them because it's on PS5. But late Jurassic, Inner Mongolia. Yep, so it's Asia. Wait. Hold the phone. Is this little weasel? This little weasel is from Mongolia 160 million years ago. That reminds me. $145 to $155 million years ago, all over China. I would love to release these. I'd love to like have these guys with J. Halopterus and the stegosaurs. So let me see something then. I need to see a couple things before I go today. Dinokairos. 70 million years ago in the late Cretaceous. In Gobi Desert. It lived with animals like Tarbosaurus, Alioramus, and Velociraptor. The real Velociraptor, anyways. Huh. Cool. And I know... Okay, now is actually a really good opportunity for me to double-check my math. Via a fossil dealer who claimed they were unearthed in Liaoning, China, never officially confirmed. Tyrannus eating fish. That's an interesting idea. Well, claimed to have been found in China. All of a sudden, things are very curious. Sinosauropteryx. I don't know why they're showing the wrong color here. Northeast China to the early Cretaceous. So maybe these guys live together. I think I'm actually going to go with it. Nearby prairies. Alright. So they didn't talk about the color thing, which is a little bit sad, but still. One more thing before we go. I need settings, audio. Enabling this allows character and dinosaur voice introductions to be repeated in different playthroughs. Okay. I don't mind that in the slightest. Here, we'll release these guys at super speed to close out the stream. And I would love to know, question of the stream, what games would you like me to stream next? I know I'm trying to redo old series. Speaking of which, the the Bat Family Outing counterpart to the Memories of Arkham Knights is probably going to be delayed a little bit because I tried to pick an easier challenge than the GCPD Lockdown one, and I'm not having a whole lot of luck with Catwoman. So it's going to take a little while yet, but I'm sure you guys understand. Let me know what you guys want me to stream next. The drone's bigger than them!
Provide the hunter with excellent vision in low-light environments, allowing this Jurassic pterosaur to expertly track its target and launch a swift attack.
That announcement came from inside of the aviary. That is cool. And then finally, Sinosauropteryx. If only these things weren't aggressive to people in the game. They probably wouldn't have been in life, but yeah. That is so freaking cool. Check out Shadow Man Remastered. Well, of course! Chris, you were the one that put me on the scent. I'd give it a shot. Ah! Rough and tumble! There we go! Don't fucking cat fight! Ah! Alright, I will definitely check out Shadow Man Remastered and then potentially do a stream of it afterwards, but oh my lord. I'm gonna have so much fun building a new park and then setting up a new video for you guys later. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Alright, don't forget to be awesome, my friends, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye-bye.